Hello and welcome to a brand new Unsourced Wall unboxing. Today I'm taking a look at the King in Black 2-pack featuring Knull and Winged Venom. It's a part of the Spider-Man 60th anniversary collection, which you can see top and the bottom. Now this collection is actually my cousin's. He's really into collecting Marvel Legends right now, and he got the 2-pack and he's been hoping for me to unbox and review it. So we're taking a look at that right now, and let's get this thing open. Alright, so let's start with the Venom. Now, you can basically see this is mostly reuse from the Sony Movieverse Venom, which we have right here. The body is basically the same. You can even see around the shoulders and the arms where the detailing for the white embellishments on the Movieverse Venom were. They're just unpainted. And I think that's a really cool thing because the Movieverse Venom figure is actually really awesome. And it's a shame that Hasbro and Disney seem really reluctant to do anything with the Sony stuff because I think it would be really great figures. It took like 2 years after the first Venom came out to get this figure. And it's been like 2 years, or running up to 2 years, since Let There Be Carnage came out. And there's been no Carnage figure. And that's a shame because I do want to see something that pairs up with this. But other than that, again, great mold, great body. It is reuse. But if you didn't like the Venom movie, you didn't even get that figure, then it's great to have that bulk and that sort of heft on a figure right here. They do share similar accessories, like the Movieverse Venom came out with the long tongue version, and this also does, but that's completely resculpted. The faces are the only parts that have been really sort of changed, as even this has a closed mouth grinning look that is also distinctly different, and also comes with another outstretched clawing hand and a fist hand, which are both reused from the Movieverse Venom. Another big difference is the fact that these have 2 peg holes on the back, because this is the King in Black variant, and everyone knows that big iconic moment in the King in Black event, that iconic moment where Venom gets his wings, which are a bit of a hassle. They're kind of a 2-pronged system, so you really want to like angle it right to get them in. And here we have him in his entirely winged glory. There is also a separate hinge on the top of the wings, so you can get it all spread out, or you can enclose it, and that doesn't stay on well. These wings are completely terrible. Now, this one stays on better, but it's this 2-pronged system, and it takes a lot for us to even get it even close to being in, and it is annoying. And honestly, it ruins a perfectly good Venom figure because now you have 2 really grisly holes in the back of what is a really decent Venom body. Like, the Movieverse Venom figure is awesome. Looks great, and it features well. But this one, like, they just gouged it for this gimmick that honestly doesn't even work that well. But yeah, the hinges can enclose a little bit to give it more of a stationary look. But you know, it's fine if you like that kind of. See, look, this comes out. This figure is honestly incredibly terrible. But yeah, let's move around. Let's move these things out. And those are a really waste of plastic. As a whole thing. I'm sure if you can get it on more securely, if you maybe even glue it in, you know, that'd be more worth the while. But yeah, for what they do to this figure, like look at the severity of these peg holes. It's not worth it. The wings are just definitely not worth it. But yeah, let's move this to the side and let's see the second figure this 2-pack comes with. Here we have Knull, King of the Symbiotes, and I think he's a really cool figure. Now I know that Knull is a little bit controversial. He seems to be like one of the biggest indulgences that Donny Cates made in his run. I think that he's either someone that you really enjoy, kind of like the gimmick of, like that outlandish, kind of exaggerated sort of like, oh, he's the king of the symbiotes. He's like the anti-god. He's the reason why all black is all black. 'Cause it's actually a symbiote sword. All that kind of insanity. Or you think it's like really, really goofy and lame and silly in all the worst ways. Now, I think it's a really fun figure nonetheless. Like, no matter what you think of like the character, it's a really fun figure. That said, I don't think this works as a 2-pack. Because if you take a look at these two figures, one is very clearly a very classic looking Venom, even though it's using like a more movie inspired body. The design, the look, the sculpting of the face, all very classic, all very, very classic, like straight out of the late 90s. And Knull is so modern, it hurts. Like like the detail of the face is incredibly detailed. The sort of design aesthetic of the armor, of skirts, of his like chest plates, and even the sword, they don't fit. They don't fit together. Like, one looks straight out of the 90s, one looks like, again, a 2020s invented character. And as a 2-pack, like side by side, you really get that feeling. Like, it feels like one of those old school like Toy Biz 2-packs from like the 90s, where they would just take whatever grab bag of characters they had left over and put out like a special variety pack, and that would be it. Like, you get Rhino, maybe Kingpin, and it'd just be like reused figures from backstock. And I kind of look at this like whoever at Marvel Legends was like, okay, we have a Venom that we can use. We have like a Knull figure. Let's just make a 2-pack, even though they don't like seem to go together. These would be like 2 different waves that they mashed up. Like, these should be 2 separate products, not a 2-pack. But it's a really fun match. Again, if you like that comic, if you like that series, that like whole storyline, King of the Symbiotes, Planet of the Symbiotes, that entire thing, then it's definitely worth like a look-see. I definitely think that the Knull figure is so much better than the Venom figure, because it is a singular figure. It comes with like another accessory, this really calm, like serene, stern head. But this head we have on right now is like more symbiote inspired head. He has like the symbiote teeth, like that mauling, toothy grin, and flowing hair. And the all black here is, or I think it's the all black. Again, I didn't really read the comic that well either. It looks really awesome. It's a great kind of sword design. It reminds me of Soul Calibur, just outrageous, overly intricate sword, which is really fun. I think that's really, really well executed as a figure, as a sculpt, and as a design. The Venom, I wish this was better. I kind of hope that they reuse his body for like a singular release, because it is a shame that he comes with these goofy, gimmicky wings that don't work, and keep popping off, and that ruins the flow of this figure. Because he'd be a really great figure. Like, you want like a standard kind of 90s Venom, then this is bar none. And if you put a secondary head on him, then that just makes that even more clear. Like, it is really awesome. If the wings worked, this would be like easily like a 10 out of 10 figure, but the wings do not work, and it is honestly a little embarrassing. I'm gonna try one more time actually to see if I can get the wings on him properly. If I can't, then this is just too much of a hassle. All right, so I think I actually popped it in all the way. And it is, again, the wings are fun. They're just too unwieldy for whatever it's trying to do. Now, I will say one thing. He can balance with the wings. The wings are very thin plastic. They're like almost like a very thin vinyl material. So they don't have a lot of heft to them. So the Venom figure, now if you see my Venom review when I first got the movie Venom figure, it's very bulky, very kind of hefty like figure. It's got a lot of weight to it. So he's able to get a really good balance here, and it's really fun to pose. It's just too much of a hassle. It is. But let's get him situated with Knull and see what we end up with. And there you have it, the King in Black, Venom, and Knull 2-pack. Not the greatest 2-pack. There's a lot of flaws here, a lot of things that could have been really fixed, really fine-tuned, to make this more cohesive set, more cohesive figures overall. But again, if you like the comics, like this story arc, like the way these characters play out, and just what they get up to, the shenanigans, like with the wings, and again, God is symbiotes, then it's worth a pickup. That said, if they ever make like a Knull adaptation in the Sony movies, which I think they're kind of setting up, then I'd rather get the movie version of Knull to go with the movie version of Venom. But you know, with Hasbro and Disney being what they are, we're probably not going to get those for years to come. Like I said, we haven't even got a movie Carnage yet, which is a real shame. But overall, I gotta give this like a 7 out of 10 as a set. The Venom, 6 out of 10. Knull, maybe about an 8. But overall, yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments if you think it's a good set, if you like the versions of the characters here, the story arc, and how this represents that event, or just let me know your thoughts in general. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you again next time.